Hey guys, happy Saturday. It's Artemis and Eric. We are on the big island of Hawaii right now for vacation. For the past 3 years, we've come here for 2 weeks for our big annual vacation. We have a little bit of a late start. Right now it's 10:23 a.m. here, so we're 6 hours behind Eastern time, which is crazy. And then being 3 hours behind Las Vegas is like, it's crazy. But we're moving a little bit slowly today. Yesterday we had a long travel day because we drove far up north to a beach called Hapuna Beach, which is a really picturesque beach. It was in Condé Nast Traveler and all that. We like the rougher beaches, like Honolulu Bay. You have to hike to and everything, but it was nice to go there. We got some pretty crazy sun. So last year when we were here, the volcano was erupting. We got married here last year, and it wasn't clear. There was like tons of fog, and so this year, now that the volcano is done erupting, it's like the sky is so clear, the sun is so crazy strong. It's really beautiful. It's just like the first year that we came here. Anyway, we're gonna get started on a workout, and I won't subject you to our workout as we do it, but I just wanted to tell you what we're gonna do. So we're here in a really remote island, a remote part of the island. So there's not a lot of things to do in terms of working out. There's mostly like hiking and running. But what we like to do is we just pack a TRX and we pack some bands when we travel like this, because it's really easy and it packs pretty easily. It's light in the suitcase. So what we're gonna do today is we have 3 exercises. One of us will be on the TRX, one of us will be with the bands. We'll go through 3 rounds of each exercises and then we'll switch. So it'll be 18 minutes total of work time. Before we get started, we'll start out with some glute bridges and some ab work. We'll do that first. We'll spend about 10 minutes doing that and then get into the 18-minute circuit. So it'll be about 30 minutes, which is perfect because we just want to get on with our day, especially because we're running a little bit behind this morning. So what we're going to do with the TRX, we're going to start out with, and I'll demonstrate, we're going to do a squat to high row, and then we're going to turn it around and we're going to go into a chest press. And then so we can get our heart rates up a little bit, we're going to do a TRX front squat with a hop. So let me just show you what that is. And the intervals that we're going to work with today are 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest transition. 40 seconds is a long time to be doing a movement. So it sounds like it's not a lot, but it's a lot. So for the squat to high row, depending on how high you have the TRX set up, you want to have the straps typically at the mid-length, but this isn't super high, so we don't have it set at mid-length. But squat to high row, we'll set it up here, and then we're just going to come down, squat, and high row. We'll go through that. It's a good warm-up because it is a compound movement, so we're going through that lower body squat and then that upper body pull. So it's work, but it's also a good way to warm up with that movement. So we're going to do the squat to high row, then we'll switch it out to a chest press. We'll have to make the straps a little bit longer for the chest press here. We'll switch that up, and we'll come here and we'll go into our chest press here for 40 seconds. And then we'll switch to, as I was mentioning, we'll do the front squat with the hop so we can get our heart rates up here, right? So you squat down and then hop up and hop up. And that way that gets our heart rates up a little bit, so there's a little bit of a metabolic component. So one of us is going to be on the TRX, and then the other one of us is going to start out with the bands. And the first move that we have for the bands is a hinge to row. So for the hinge to row, you don't want one that's like too thick, because then otherwise it makes it a little bit hard to pull for the row. So I'm standing on the band, then we're going to hinge over and pull into that row. I'll show you from a side view. So I'm going to hinge, it's a deadlift, into a row. So alternating that hinge and row with the band. Again, that compound movement, it's a good movement to start out the circuit because it's a good warm-up, especially if you're just starting to work out. So we'll start out with the hinge and row, And then one of my favorites we're gonna transition to is a side-to-side push-up. So the side-to-side push-up, I like it because you're not just banging out push-ups straight on for 40 seconds. You get your push-up and then you get a little bit of a hand walk. So hopefully you can see me as I do this. So you get a push-up and then you walk it to one side, push-up, walk it to the other side, right? Side-to-side push-up, and then exercise number 3 will be a wide-legged half burpee, no jump. So it's enough to add a metabolic component and get your heart rate up, but you don't have that impact of the jump if you don't want to be jumping, right? Which I'm not a huge fan of jumping. Okay, so the wide-legged half burpee looks like this. You want to use your hip hinge, so you want to hinge over, hands down, out, in, and then you can just go as fast or as slow as you want. But that squat thrust element of it, that's what's gonna get your heart rate up. So one of us will start there, one of us will start here, we'll go through 3 rounds, we'll switch it out, do another 3 rounds, and then we'll be done. So hopefully that helps with some tips for travel workouts for you. It's really simple. Again, bands, TRX, that's what I recommend. And I even brought a jump rope too this time, which we haven't in the past. That's another thing you can bring with you when you're traveling. I hope you have a great Saturday, and I hope you're having an awesome holiday weekend. And we'll hop on here one more time, probably maybe 1 or 2 more times while we're here. We're here until July 17th. So we will see you again soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.